Okay, you guys pretty much all know me. You know, I'm Lara. Woo. My friends, Mackenzie, she calls me Stitches now because, you know, I told her about my face with my stitches and my knee with my stitches. And, well, this video, I don't know what I'm making this video for. I guess I'm just gonna explain myself because, like, I don't know how to explain that situation, so I'm just gonna explain myself, I guess. Okay, so, you know, I'm Lara, like I said, known as Stitches. I live in Ohio with my mom and my brother. I was born in Michigan. I was born in East Point, Michigan in 1998, December 18th. My brother is now 17. I'm 13. When I lived in Michigan, I was born there, and I lived with my mom and dad and my brother, and we moved from East Point to Clinton Township, Michigan, and I stayed there till I was 7, and maybe my brother was 11 or 12. And when we moved, we were moving to my aunt's house down in Columbus, Ohio. And my dad, like, my mom and dad got a divorce, and my dad stayed up in Michigan. And we came down here and blah blah blah. And my dad, he was a truck driver then, and okay, so and my dad was a truck driver, and he drove us down there with like a trailer and all the crap in it. And so I'm 7 at this point, and you know, my dad, he pulls me to the side or whatever. He pulls me like behind the truck, or the trailer of the truck, and you know, we're both crying or whatever, and well, I'm crying, and we go back there, and my dad just starts bawling, and you know, I can't stand seeing my dad cry, and you know, my dad is like the strongest person that I know, like the most, just like, he's always there. He's always in my head. I mean, and so I see my dad crying, and it's just like, it feels like my world has just ended. Like, I'm not gonna be able to see my dad anymore. I can't see any of my family in there, and it's just like, my mind was just crazed. And you know, we go to my aunt's house or whatever, and at that point I was legitimately in depression at 7. And you know, like my mom, I don't like her to ask me questions or whatever, or I don't like people to ask me questions about my problems or whatever. So, you know, I put on a smile, or you know, just a fake little mask. And you know, one night I bawled. We went upstairs to go to sleep, and I was like, Mom, I miss Dad a lot. And, you know, I was just bawling my eyes out, and, cause, you know, I couldn't talk to my dad. And, you know, like, I was just really depressed because, you know, my dad, I did everything with him. Like, we'd wash his semi-truck together, and we'd wash the motorcycle together, we'd ride the motorcycle. It was, like, I went everywhere with my dad. I did everything with my dad, no matter what kind of situation it was. I did everything with him. And, you know, so my mom knew about it then, and, well, like, so, we moved from my aunt's house when we finally got a house. We didn't move too far away from her, and we when we got our house, it was just me and my brother and my mom still. And I was maybe 8 or 9, or 9 or 10 when we got the house. And at that point, you know, like, I was still missing my dad a lot. And my mom, she got a boyfriend. That broke my heart. Like, you know, I was used to seeing my dad with my mom, now my mom with some other guy. So, you know, she brought him over, and it felt like I was just left out of everything. Like, my brother, I'm not blaming my brother or anything, like, me and my brother were really close. And, like, he would just stay in his room the whole time. He wouldn't come out at all. And, so, you know, my mom and, Terry, that was his name, you know, they'd go do a bunch of things together, and I'd be left out. And, one night, I was sleeping in the bed with my mom, and Terry bought a ring for my mom, and he thought I took the ring. And he busted open the door. He was like, "Laura, where's the ring?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "I know you took the ring." I was like, "No, I didn't." And excuse me. And he got, like, just super angry, and to the point where he was wrecking things around and in the house. And you know, so all of us were up in the house. And my mom was like, "Let her go in your room and lock the door." I was like, "Okay." And I'm, like, freaking out. So I go in my room, lock the door, and I open my door real quick. And I have a dog. And I see my dog get kicked by Terry. So I open my door, walk out into the hallway when I'm supposed to be in my room, and I see Terry there. And I'm like, Did you seriously just kick my dog? And he just walks away. I'm like, wow, man, you're a tough guy. So I walk back in my room, lock the door or whatever. And my mom, she's like trying to talk to him, whatever, and I just hear screaming. And my brother comes and knocks on my door, and he's like, "What's going on?" And I'm like, "You didn't know?" Terry's like wrecking everything around the house. And he's like, "Oh no." So, and I was like, "Just go stay in your room and lock the door," because that's what Mom said. She's like, "Okay." So, we're like sitting in our rooms, whatever, and, like, we finally go out, whatever, because Terry went to the backyard, and it was just me and my mom, and, he was legitimately just breaking things, like, punching things, breaking things, just anything and everything, and, I'm sorry, I'm, like, shaking, and, my mom threw me the house phone, and she was like, "Call the cops." And I was like, "What?" Because, you know, I've never been in that type of situation where someone threw me a phone and was like, "Call the cops, we need them." And I stopped for a second, I was like, "What?" She was like, "Just call your dad, just call your dad." I was like, "Okay." So I called my dad, and I'm like, "Dad, Terry is," I remember the exact conversation. I was like, "Dad, Terry's wrecking the house." And he's like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, Terry's wrecking the house. Mom wanted me to call the cops, but she was like, call you instead." And this is why I think, like, the world of my dad, just, he's amazing to me. He was like, "I'll be down there soon." And just to that, it was probably 2 in the morning, and he's like, "I'll be down there in the morning." I was like, "Okay." And we go to my aunt's house, like, me, my mom, and my brother, because, you know, he finally took over the house. And so we go to my aunt's house, and we're staying there for the night, and my dad shows up, and I was just like, someone just saved us. My dad shows up with one of his friends, and they rolled by the house or whatever, and Terry had his friend over, and excuse me, and as soon as my dad drove by, my dad said that Terry pulled out a butcher knife and held it up in the air to show my dad what was gonna happen if he tried to come up the steps. And as soon as my dad came back around and told me that, it was just like I wanted to just kill him, like I really did. And I was just, I don't even know how to explain it, how I was feeling. And so that whole thing happened, and the next day, so we go back to our house because Terry left. We go back to our house. I'm there alone, and my mom comes home from church or whatever, and Terry's in the car. And she walks through the kitchen door, and I'm standing there because I already saw Terry in the car with her. I'm standing there, and my mom tried to explain why he was there. I was so just pissed at that moment. I walked away from her and locked myself in the room because that's how scared I was. I was so scared of him. I didn't want to see him. I didn't want to hear his name. I didn't want to hear him be thought of. And my mom came knocking on the door, and she was like, he said sorry and blah blah blah. And I'm like, he kicked my dog, threatened my father with a butcher knife, thought I stole something from him, and thought I was snooping around in his camper. Yeah, I want that guy back in the house. And at that point, I was really going to live with my dad in Michigan. I was going to call him and tell him to come pick me up, and I was going to go live with him. And my brother was going to live with my mom. Well, she kept seeing him for a while, and I felt left out again, so I just stayed in my room the whole time. And most of the nights I'd cry myself to sleep, and I just feel alone. And most of the people that I hang out with, like my friends or whatever, they don't know about any of this. Like, I told them that my mom's boyfriend Terry, was just a big douchebag the whole time or something like that, but they don't know the whole story or whatever. Like, I mean, I haven't even told all the details of the story, which I'm not going to because I don't feel comfortable with it. And, even I had to have a guidance counselor so they could help me with this problem because I was so scared. And, I told her the details of the story, and I laughed about it because I don't like to show people my true feelings. So I sat there, told her the details, and laughed. Like, I have a problem with people feeling bad for me, or feeling sorry for me, or thinking that I'm a weak person, or that I, am just a really weak person, and I can't stand that. I even told Jake that. And, I was upset one night, and I texted him, and he was like, I don't think you're weak at all. You're probably the most strongest person that I know. And it was just, like, when I can have someone there, even him, I've never met him before, and for him to say that to me was just, I smiled. And, it was just, I mean, I've been through hell and back. And, the other story is, I don't like for people to know my true feelings. I don't like for people to think I'm weak. I don't like seeing other people hurt or down. And I do think I am a very strong person, but if I do tell people my problems, I think that they'll think that I'm weak or something because I told someone. and that I needed help with it. And like even in school or something, you know, I won't ask for help. But you know, I'm a like I keep to myself. I don't like to tell anyone anything about me at all. So, you know, that's it. It's not a story. If you want to know anything else, just ask me. I'll probably give you my number, and we can talk or something if you want to. So, just message me or something, or if you already have my number, just text me about it if you want to know. And you guys are awesome, and I love you. Don't think anything different of me, because you know, that really like piss me off. And bye.